Well, here we are at the Hobbit Hole. It's January 28th, 2016, and we are doing one of our very first scientific activities, monitoring activities here at Inian Islands Institute. We're about to deploy some temperature sensors. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to calibrate these temperature sensors to tell us what temperature they're actually recording. Are they actually recording the temperature we think they are? So what we've done is to set up a water bath. You want to zoom in here? An ice bath. And so what we have is a whole bunch of ice in equilibrium with liquid water. And one of the and so here are our sensors. Our sensors are right here inside this water bath, and that's going to tell us what temperature they're reading. The cool thing about this is that an ice bath with ice in equilibrium with liquid water is at exactly 0 degrees Celsius. So we can get not just a relative calibration, you know, are these temperature sensors reading the same temperature as each other, but an absolute temperature calibration. Are they reading exactly 0 degrees Celsius? And if they're not, we just have a little offset that we can add to them when the data is all collected. And we're going to deploy these all over the property, on land, in the water, and begin to monitor the ecosystem around Inian Islands Institute. I've just deployed our first temperature sensor here at Inian Islands Institute off the end of the dock. You can see the dock extending behind me towards the Hobbit Hole property, and looking around here we have the entrance to the Hobbit Hole Cove over there, and then circling around here we can see the whole rest of this tidal inlet here at the Hobbit Hole. And looking down off the edge of the dock here, right off the end of the dock, what we can see is our first temperature sensor that we've deployed here using these zip ties. And this temperature sensor is going to be reading the surface temperature of this tidal inlet years into the future, and we're going to see what kind of changes that can elucidate for us. Okay, logger number 5 deployed. We've got it here tacked up against this tree at 2 meters height on the north side to make it consistent with the other deployments, and it's logging away. 5 deployments out of 11 done. Hey, Lacey. February 1st, 2016, and Lacey the dog and I are up here at the top of Inian Island, where we've been deploying temperature sensors so that we can begin to monitor this ecosystem. Deployment successful, but it is getting dark and it is snowing, so it's about time for us to head back down and get warm and get some food. But before we go, looking out over Cross Sound, out to the west towards the open Pacific Ocean, and you can see that it is a foggy and a wintry day up here. Beautiful February on the top of Inian Island. Science at Inian Islands Institute. Rock on.